Hello, Mike.
Hello.
Hello, Natasha.
I feel like jumping into the screen and just hugging and kissing you. You're so dear to me.
Thank you. Likewise.
Right.
Good to see you.
How have you been?
We've been, I would say, great.
Yeah.
Everything is working perfect, and new adventures always pop up. Never a dull moment. We have lots of fun trips planned here in the near future. I'm not so sure if we just made a video from last weekend or 2 weeks ago where we went not rock climbing, but hiking in the mountain, and we posted that. I'm not so sure if you had an opportunity to see that, but it was a beautiful day out. So if you have not seen that yet, I'll make sure to send that over to you too.
We finally learned to live together, and we already arrived. Yes.
It's a process, right? We
It
always,
is process.
no matter with brothers, sisters, wives, kids, it just integrates and you learn each other. And in our case, it gets better and better. So the right direction. Yeah.
Wait a minute. You are a perfect match. You're a perfect couple. I mean, Mrs. Wright and Mr. Wright right there. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie in one piece, inseparable. Look at you.
We're continuing. There is no end of perfection. Or you cannot polish the cannonballs till they get perfect, right? So there is a lot of space for improvement.
I always make sure I tell her how she has to improve, and then she listens. She listens very good.
Yes. Very obedient.
Yeah.
But I have to, say thank you because you introduced us to your website 3.5 years.
5.
Well, we actually, yes, that's right. We met 5 years ago through your website, but we've been married for 2.5. That's right. Yeah. Time is just so quick. Yeah.
And I remember I was visiting you in 2015, remember?
Yes.
And Alyona was coming to see you.
Yeah, we were Skyping. I remember you were cooking borscht.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I actually remember the taste of the borscht you cooked too. Every borscht is unique and every borscht is different.
Absolutely.
As a matter of fact, Alyona in the winter, she makes borscht twice a month.
Every day.
Everyone is twice a month, 3 times.
Yeah, it's our traditional winter soup now.
I love it, but everyone is just a little bit different. So
every time.
So you actually love borscht, right?
I do. Yeah, it's very healthy and it's full of vegetables and tasty, super tasty. Everything that goes into it, I love. Yeah. So Ukrainian women come with borscht, right? So how about that, guys?
Yeah, Golovцы, and what else you like?
The plov. I like plov too.
But yeah, I tried to make real plov. He didn't like it. Then I tried to make our let's say Russian Ukrainian plov with chicken, and he loves it.
Yeah. But even to take it one more step, everything she cooks is good, not just the Ukrainian stuff. So it works out good. She feeds me well.
Did you start eating tomatoes and onions?
Onions, not raw, but cooked. Yes.
Tomatoes as well.
Like marinara sauce?
Marinara sauce.
Yeah.
Now he likes pasta bolognese.
Yeah. So maybe I'm a new person, new man.
You are a new person. I've known you since 2000 what?
I'm gonna guess 18 years, so 2002.
Yeah,
about 2002. Yeah.
You're like brother now.
Yeah. I knew you when you were a little girl, little kid.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
hard to believe.
Yeah, and it's yeah. Yep.
But
And
we're looking, just to give you a heads up, we're looking to come visit Ukraine, her mom and dad and her son in the winter,
mhm.
and we'll make sure to keep you updated of that, and we'll hook up for sure.
Mhm. Oh yes, I'm looking forward to that. Really,
Yeah, we
really.
will try to make this trip around New Year holidays, so it will be interesting.
Oh, I will have a lot of great food for you too, because my mom cooks all sorts of meats for the winter, for the New Year holidays, for the Christmas time.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a good time to come. I'll have all special treats for you.
Oh, great. Love it.
Yeah. Smoked, real smoked stuff, real smoked like pork and stuff, and
Barbecue.
like
Yep.
husks,
Yep.
like sausages.
Perfect. So your
Yeah,
mom has like the smoker set up
yeah,
there, the barbecue?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Ooh, we
She
love that
does
stuff.
very well, and it's all organic, Mike, the way you love it.
Okay.
So, tell me of your trips. What do you have in mind? Of course, I'm following every trip you're making. I just missed this one because I was like doing so many things. But I've seen your like all your tropical trips, all your ice trips. I'm like I'm just clicking likes on all your trips.
Yeah, so
What's
most
that?
recent, we did Iceland trip. And by the way, I love that country. Beautiful country, super friendly people. Everyone speaks English. And we go, there's like all adventure tours with glaciers, hot springs, pools outside, even in the winter. And you swim and it snows and you're in the hot water and it's just great. So yeah, we have the pictures of that. And this summer in 2 weeks, actually, we're gonna go down to Florida and visit with my mom and do a few other adventure trips, maybe a little boating or something like that too. So
Mm.
we always like to keep things spiced up by planning the next trip. So we probably do something every 3 or 4 months.
And always it's cool to get back to the places which we like.
Yeah.
Like we already were in Iceland, and it was 4 years ago.
Yep, 4 years.
And this time we decided to get back, and we visited the same places which we liked that time and something more. And I could say this is not the last time. We will plan again to go back.
Oh yeah.
Because really we like this trip, and we like the people. We were talking with a lot of different types of people, with financial guy in the pool. Yeah, and old people, and I really like their philosophy. They are close to nature.
Mhm.
They are so they value their virgin nature, I would say. And for this reason, they think that this is actually the reason why they keep young, keep healthy.
Yep, very active.
This time we again discovered something new. We found out the organic cosmetics which we liked.
Yeah.
We tried locally, we liked it, and now we big fans of this product.
Yeah, when you find a great product, you bring it home with you, and then you can always order it, and it's like a lifetime product for us. So that's awesome. And their fish tastes perfect.
Fish.
Salmon.
Oh my god.
Northern Lights, the first trip we saw the Northern Lights, which was pretty interesting. Yeah. And that's one of the only countries that is geothermal powered, which means they're completely independent of fossil fuels for heat. So pretty interesting. Yeah.
But in general, travel is our common interest. We like travel, we like discovering new cultures, we like to discover new type or even standards of life, types of different activities.
And yeah, and we like being outside. So combinations of the cultures and then the adventure that comes with it. So if you're tropical, you're hitting the ocean, you're hitting the beach, you're snorkeling. If you're in the mountains, you're hiking and doing all that stuff. Matter of fact, we just bought camping gear. So we have a tent, a big backpack, and at the end of the summer, we're gonna take a road trip coast to coast, from the East Coast all the way out to the West Coast, California and back. So
it should be big trip, cross country trip, and
2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks, yes. So we really planning to do of hikes there, Grand Canyon, Death Valley, for sure a visit.
High Force.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you've heard of these, but they're very famous parks in the United States. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But we need to get prepared for this trip, so we decided to hike every 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
Every second or third weekend, and just discover local mountains.
Yeah.
Now, I see, Alyona, I remember you were relocating your daughter and your son to the US. Have you succeeded with that already?
Just so far, only Lisa, only my daughter, settled here. So she is college student here, and she settled very well. Now, it was actually a difficult time to help her to integrate, and yeah, we suffered through this. But now everything looks better. Now she's student. She has friends. She has local interests. Everything looks good with her. My son is still in Ukraine, and it was a different story. He is older, and it wasn't as easy as we thought. So the immigration process is too complicated, too long. It would 5 years. Yes, we hope. But yeah, we got prepared to wait. We got prepared for this process. Yeah.
And the integration part, like when the children come or one of their kids, in our case, what makes it difficult is she really didn't have fluent English. So it's also a shock, you know, they leave their friend and just be familiar territory. So it took, 6 months for her to get comfortable. Another months for her to get really fluent, and then she got her first job at some friend groups, and then she started college classes. Once all of that stuff happened, then she blossomed and really acclimated pretty fast. So it's a process, right? I mean, like anything else in life, if there's a big change, it's going to take some patience, perseverance, and good attitude to make it work. Really, yeah.
And really, the attitude is, I would say, the key of success here. Because if you suffer every day without your friends or some things which you used to have or used to do on the daily basis, I mean, in Ukraine, in your country, and you lack it here, you need to either accept or just go home, because it's there is no third way.
Yep.
And of course, having good guidance, from parents, adults, that always helps. So.
You are like brothers and sisters. I look so much like adults.
You think we look alike? Really?
I'm talking about your kids.
Oh.
I think you're more like brothers and sisters to your kids than adults who tell them what to do.
Yeah. It's interesting you say that, because I still feel like a kid.
Yeah.
So, okay, I can see it. But when I need to, put my fist down, I do. I do. You have to sometimes, right? So.
He does.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've never seen you bossy. I've never seen you mad.
It takes a lot to get me there. But when I do get there, look out, world. Nah.
You're saying you've had challenges. You had to go through some, jump through some loops in relationship. When we started talking about it, you're saying not everything was perfect. What could be not right in you? You love each other. You had 3 years of relationship before you got married. I remember talking to Alyona on the phone, and she was telling me, "Oh, I love this man so much. It's like we're so similar."
So, I mean, it's not like anything pops in the mind. I need to think, but of course, when you have a long distance relationship, and essentially when you start, it is long distance, and you get together for a week here or a week somewhere else, but then all of a sudden when you integrate, that's where the real change starts. And 24/7 is not a bad thing, but that's where you really learn a person and the habits. And when she snores, I just can't. She doesn't snore. I'm kidding about that. But and it's an adjustment. It's a life adjustment. So in my case, I was single for 8 years, essentially not living with someone, and then I am engaged, and when Alyona moves in, it's learning again to live and share everything and adapt to that. But if you have a good connection, and you care for each other, and you respect each other, and you have common interests, you grow. And then the opposite happens, where the adjustment is not a bad adjustment, it's just a different adjustment to a good adjustment. So
yeah, we learn.
That's how I feel about
we still
it.
learn new things. We share something. I learned a lot from Mike about American things, how like statements, different statements, and language phrases.
Yeah.
And we actually together digged about the history, etymology of these phrases. It was interesting. By the way, talking about this, this could be some of them. How national differences.
Mm-hmm.
So I was known like a person who knew a lot of jokes, and I liked to tell people these jokes. And when I tried to tell some jokes or translate these, like, he looked at me like, "So what? Get it? Can you explain it to me?" Then I start explaining, then I already lost the main idea, and okay, never mind.
So I had to get used to her joke.
Now, yes. Even if it's not funny, he's laughing.
I remember you were telling me that you were fighting with each other who washes the dishes. Do you still fight, or you have turns?
Oh, we would fight because I would start maybe doing the dishes, and she'd say, "Get away from the dishes. I'll do the dishes." Okay. But no, we never argued about that kind of stuff. I think we mutually share chores. I work stuff outside, she works stuff inside. Sometimes we work stuff inside and outside together, and it just crosses back and forth. It's just, life sharing of everything. Yeah.
I like cooking, so I cook some more complex dishes. Mike likes to do grill and everything. What about meat and fish? And he does it just perfectly.
Juices, smoothies.
Yeah. So I think why I should take it. It's his responsibility, and if he does it best, why not?
Unless you can do better, right? You gotta try her crepes.
Right.
The best crepes. We were talking about borscht, but I forgot to mention the crepes. I see my battery went from 15 to 10 to 5%. So I'm sure we have at least 6-7 minutes before the thing just folds up on us. Or I can plug it in if we need.
Now you had to adapt with the job, but I remember that you had a job that was international. So can you share about your job thing? Now
Sure.
you work.
It wasn't something surprising to me. Can find job here because, as you mentioned, I worked in the international business. This is clinical trials, which are conducted in Europe, in America, in Ukraine, in Russia, everywhere. So the pharmaceutical companies continue it. Yeah, so it was understandable for me that I can find job. The question was how quickly. It took me 4 months to find job and about 1 month to settle in the company because the process of placing me took about 3 weeks. Yeah. They had to verify my degree, and in this case it's a little bit complicated because I got my education in Ukraine, and the company had to connect to Ukrainian institutions, university to confirm my degree. So I passed through all these processes. I got my job. I work in biopharmaceutical company, and it's something what I know, what I did, what I have done for 20 years, and just do what I can do.
Cool. Cool, and it's a help to family, and you can afford more things. Yeah. It's really great.
It's good all around. Right.
Yeah. Mike was absolutely helpful when I had the challenges, problems with the company which was checking my degree. And when I already lost all my patience, my temper, I stepped in, helped me to negotiate with this company because it was a little bit frustrating, I would say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and he was very patient about it.
So many American men can be watching this video, and they will wonder what comes to your mind as an idea or as a wish or as a recommendation to somebody who is thinking of coming to Ukraine and finding a partner. Is it a good idea? Do you still think it's a good idea, Mike, to start?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a great idea. The quality, the caliber of the people, yourself. I think you're excellent on reading people and introducing people, making people feel very comfortable, and giving excellent feedback. Because when you're meeting more than one person for introductions, it's very important to get the proper feedback, and that can accelerate a relationship. Really good. So in that sense, I think I had a really good experience with that. And as far as meeting quality people, Ukraine is full of quality people. I think they're easygoing people, very intelligent people, very educated people, very professional people, beautiful women. Can't forget that, right? And yeah, so very positive experience. I have nothing negative to say about it. And it's not difficult. There's some bureaucracy you have to deal with, which is the immigration part, but it's surmountable, and it doesn't take that long. My guess is a year or so. When you make a decision you want to go for it, you're looking maybe about 8 months to 10 months to start saying, hey, we're going to start the paperwork, we're going to go through the immigration process, and you just got to be patient and let it happen. And while you're being patient, you can do a trip, meet somewhere, you can travel to Ukraine, that kind of stuff. So, yeah. I think you are a true professional, and you run an excellent agency in helping people. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, really. So is love possible?
Is love possible? Yeah. Living proof.
Yeah. Family is
Right.
possible? Yeah.
No, I'll just tell your secret. Yeah, no, it's possible.
Okay, we can say everything is possible, absolutely possible when you have your pure heart, your wish, your willingness to achieve a dream relationship when you're working, because you do lots of compromises. You're becoming patient. You are supporting each other. You're cooking to each other, and of course you have friends coming to your house.
It's that part's interesting too, is because I had a few friends and Jeff and so forth. We integrate and we meet, and it kind of changes the dynamics in a good way. Added friendships, and she's met some people through her professional career, and we go to social engagements and parties, and I get to meet people that she's heard and different characters, and it's been nice growth. Yeah.
Yep. My friends became his friends became my friends. We earn new friends, and so yeah, I see it's just working for better.
But I think in any relationship, personally, is that when you marry or you have your fiance, it's your friend, but it's really your best friend, and it becomes your best friend, and this is part of the success of a relationship or marriage, anyhow.
Yeah, I don't remember who, some wise person said that a successful, happy couple is not when they look at each other, but at the same direction. Yeah, I think this is also the most important in the couple, when they have common interests, common goals, common points of view in life, and just some things. And it doesn't matter who washes the dishes when you really have the global ideas, the same ideas.
Yeah.
She's smart.
and also I can say I want to be not wiser but happy. So
She caught your joke.
Yes.
That one didn't go over my head. I got it.
It's like meeting family, actually. I really, really adore talking to you, and thank you very much for being a great, even example to me in my relationship. Sometimes I'm thinking, what would Mike and Alyona do? Say, oh, okay, that's what.
Sure. You
Yeah.
are the most wise lady which I met. Really.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for this great talk, and I see you soon.
Sure.
Yeah. We'll definitely be seeing you in winter. Yeah.
See you soon.
Пока.
Bye.
Bye.